But daddy is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm your daddy.
Let's go.
Get up on y'all. You gonna learn today.
Daddy, chill.
Call me daddy.
All right, here we go. We're back. Round 29. I don't know what episode we're on. 28, 29, something like that.
Yeah, we'll get there.
A few things to talk about this week. We have some things going on in the hobby, some things going on outside of the hobby, some things going on within the DR team. There's someone sitting to the right of me who we are going to be introducing to the team this week right now, exclusively.
Exclusive.
I'm going to give a little background story for him, and then he can chime in and kind of talk. This kid, his name is Teddy. I've known him pretty much my whole life, your whole life.
My whole life, yes.
I knew him when he was a seed, but before he was a seed.
Little sperm cell.
The little sperm swimming up. Watched him when I was a kid. I was really good friends with his brother. I've known him and his whole family growing up. His mom and dad are basically my second parents. His brothers are like brothers to me. We grew up in Southern California together doing everything, UFC events and baseball events and watching football and fantasy football and doing all things that family members, brothers, friends would do. So recently, he took on the mountain of breaking. And I say mountain now because it's very hard to get into this space as a breaker now with how flooded it is and how hard it is to capture a certain audience that's going to keep bringing you people in to your room and successfully moving boxes and cases. I've been watching him for months, not just as a friend, but as like, this is a great business move for me because my whole goal is building a brand and a company with an identity of how we like to do things. And when I see him break, it's like DR 2.0. It's like if I was breaking how old are you now?
26.
Yeah, this is like if I was breaking 10 years ago. This is exactly how I would be. It's like the same sort of wild shit, crazy stuff we say on lives, and it's perfect. It's perfect for our brand. And we hung out all national at an Airbnb, and we were watching what fight was that? Adesanya?
Yeah, that was Adesanya.
We were watching the style bender, and I was like, dude, I need you on the team. I need, like, whatever I need to do. I said, dude, I'll take a loan out to pay you for like 3 months if I have to, just to get you on the team because it'll alleviate certain things that I have to worry about. Content and, pumping out the videos. Last night, they were doing single streams, and he was just video recording everything and then sent me a reel this morning. I put that reel out. That's huge. That's something that I don't have to worry about. It takes that off my plate, and now I can focus on other things. So I'm introducing you guys right now. His Instagram handle is Pull Out Cards, which, by the way, I gave him that name.
He did.
I gave him that name. I said, dude, you got to be different. You got to stand out, right?
Oh, yeah. I stood out, though.
Yeah, you did.
Hey.
You did.
Hey, daddy knows.
Listen, he pulls out. I don't. I have 2 kids, never pull out. But go ahead. Say some things, talk about some stuff, and then we'll go into some more hobby shit.
Yeah, so I'm Paul Cards. We went to the National. I mean, we had a great time. Actually, what started this was back in last October. We went to the Union Marketplace in Del Mar, and we went there and had the show. And, you weren't doing as much content as you were now. And I really saw it. And, I just followed you for, 3 days while we were at the show taking content and stuff like that. And after that weekend, it kind of really hit me that I just, really wanted to stick with this business, quit my job, and everything came here. But from there, I just kind of took the content to build my stuff, eventually hoping that I could find somewhere that fit me great. And, we landed here. I moved to Texas 3 weeks ago and getting ready to get this shit going.
I knew I wanted him on the team. That was the Union Marketplace in Del Mar, 2022. As I'm sitting there, it's fucking chaos. There's people walking around. and he's just videotaping and introducing. And at the time, I told him, just introduce yourself as you're a fucking part of the DR team. And he was just, oh, yeah, I'm Teddy. You know, this is DR. We're DR. And he was videotaping and getting pictures and things that I can't do or others in the team like are they fall a little short on doing. Like Sleevey, that's not his thing. That's not his lane. He knows it. I know it. Everybody knows it, okay? That's not his lane. So when I saw that, I'm like, this is what I need. I need somebody to sit on my hip while I go to shows, interview people, talk to people, shake hands, film everything, go back into the room at night, splice it all up, chop it up, throw a song in there, throw some effects, and pump that content out while I can focus on other things. Like today, he sent me that reel, so I'm like, I'm reel free.
That's a big thing.
That
honestly.
is a big thing because then I was able to set up a PYT. I posted the PYT today, and I put all my focus on dialing in those numbers so I don't look like a scumbag when people go, oh, this guy's charging this much or whatever. And so I was able to post that, and that helps because now we can go live tonight. We can break, and I don't have to feel pressure to go, oh, I got to get at least a reel out a day. Like that's what the algorithm says. So it's big bringing you on, and I told you from the get-go this is going to be a fucking home run because I feel like you get it. You get like the content and capturing people, even if it's not necessarily good. Like that's sometimes people say like sometimes the videos don't have to be great. It's just getting it out there. It's just getting people to see the logo, see the name, see the face, put our faces to the fucking logo, right?
Yep.
That was one of the best things that I ever did was start doing videos of showing my face. And that way, so when people don't see me, they just hear me saying wild shit. Now they get to see me saying it. And now it's like putting a face to a logo and to a brand. And so that's why I wanted to bring you on. I think it's fucking going to be a home run. I think it's a no-brainer. And as we grow, I think you're going to fucking take off. And I really think you can hit a home run with the breaking side of things. I really do.
I mean, that's kind of what we're here for, whether than the content, definitely getting in the breaks, kind of getting you off that a little bit so you have more ability to do stuff like this. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking forward to do, and I'm looking forward to start, get going in this.
Yeah. Well, I was telling him earlier, I said, I want to build this out so where the breaks run itself, I tap in every now and then. I have like a schedule so people know like DR is going to be live on Tuesdays and Friday nights or whatever. And then I can focus on this and really grow this, expand the YouTube page, expand the app, the podcasting, and where I can pay people. I can fly people out here to Dallas and have them sit next to me just like this. This is such a great way to converse with people because you get their honest reaction. I think the Zoom kind of just, you're missing that like element, right? Would you say, Josh? It's like there's an element to like the Zoom.
Oh, in-person studio interviews are always a million times better than anything on Zoom. That's something that comes back to us from the radio days, and like there's no comparison.
Yeah, so I think that's the direction that I want to take this, okay? Now, after introducing him, let's get into some really interesting stuff. I want to get into the biggest news I think the hobby's had it's got to be since... I don't even know. I can't remember the last time this was big. The NFL Players Association basically ending the deal with Panini. What does that mean moving forward? What does that mean with wax prices? What does that mean for breakers? What does that mean for cards? What does that fucking mean? Right now, Panini, they don't care. They don't fucking care. They're pumping out product. They just posted mosaics dropping. Oh, we're moving luminance and encased. I don't think they care. I think it's just going to be, and I'll get your thoughts on it. I think it's just going to be a fucking ring around the rosy circus. I'm going to sue you and counter sue, and this is until the entire deal is done. I hope Topps doesn't start releasing football products because they still don't have the actual licensing, the NFL name licensing. They just have the player licensing. I hope they don't do that, but they might. They might release something that just says, a football, and it's like portrait of each player, right? With no helmet on. It's just like them in training camp with
Like Prism Baseball.
Yeah. We don't want Prism Baseball.
No.
We don't want that for
Nobody
Topps, okay,
wants
guys?
Prism Baseball.
So I've talked to a lot of people who have been in the hobby. Actually, 2 people reached out to me that I rarely talk to anymore, but I trust their opinion and what they say. And they both said, if you have older wax, hold. They think it's going to go up, which that's great. I hope it goes up, but I hope the cards go up as well. Let's not have fucking Prism basketball or Prism football drive up to $2,000 a box, but that Trevor Lawrence silver doesn't fucking move, right? That's the thing, is if the prices of the cards and the boxes go up, then we're okay. I'm okay with that. But not if the cards just stay here and the boxes just keep going up. That's what happened with the fucking Luka. Everybody was chasing that Luka Black 101. Guess what? The silver was like here, and the boxes were going up. Nothing correlated. It wasn't going up together. You can't have that. So I think I'm for it, but I'm against it. I can play both sides of the fence. I can play devil's advocate on either side of this.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just like the uncertainty of the pricing. People have a lot of wax, old Prism wax, old Topps, Chrome football wax, and stuff like that. When it comes to the pricing, the uncertainty of what to do with that product. Do we get it off now or do you not get it off? I mean, I think that's the biggest concern with all this going on.
That is a big concern. Talking with guys that have just loads of wax, they're thinking that it could happen with the basketball. And if it happens with basketball, I think you're going to start seeing a lot of guys just completely shut down selling their wax. I could be wrong, but we'll see what the future holds. It would be really interesting if Topps does release a product for football, knowing that maybe Panini, maybe their agreement is like Panini's going to release the products that the products they already printed.
Yeah.
And then they go, hey, we're not going to release anything. Imagine if they don't have flawless for Brock Purdy and his only true NT or true RPA is NT. The NT cases have already gone up $1,000, $2,000 a case. I can't imagine. Imagine a scenario where Brock Purdy takes the Niners. Everyone's shitting on him because he came back too early. He had a great first game. Imagine he takes the Niners to the Super Bowl. They don't have flawless football. And that's the last card of him. That's the last card is his true NTRPA. Those cards are going to be bonkers. They're going to be bonkers.
So educate me here. Does the NFLPA contract mean that not only players like likenesses, but it's also autographs too? Do autographs transfer over, or is that with the actual NFL license?
I'm not sure.
But that's also a big, are we going to get Fanatics cards with autographs, but not player, actual player unis on there? Or are we is it going to be a weird bounce where we're either, like Wemby, are we chasing the auto or are we chasing the pro uni?
That's a great question because in basketball, especially in basketball, everybody cares about the Black Prism 101. They don't care about the autos. They really don't.
Yeah.
When you open basketball products, you're chasing the colors, the silvers, the blacks, the golds, the black golds, all that. You're not chasing the auto. The autos are cute. If you hit a gold auto, it's a cute card, but it does not stand up to the true golds or the black. So I don't know. Is it going to be his Spurs uniform Black 101? That might be his best card. Or is it going to be his NT logo man non-auto? That's probably going to be the card, is the NT logo man non-auto. So I don't know. I'm not sure what the direction of it's going to go. I think it's just going to be like I said, I think it's going to be a circus. I think it's going to be a shit show. I think Panini's just not going to care. They're just going to keep pumping out products. I think it's going to be a sue, counter sue. And we might not, this might drag on. They might drag this on for 2 years, or they might drag it on all the way to 2026 when the licensing's actually up. But you know what? I think it's good for the hobby.
I think it is.
It's everybody's
Stirs it
talking
up a little bit.
Everybody's talking about it.
What about the redemptions though? For Panini,
that's the scariest part.
That's the biggest problem.
That's the scariest thing.
I mean, some people, are they going to get rid of their contract with Panini to go to top? I mean, how does that work, I mean,
Justin Fields' redemptions still haven't been completely, they're still out there, so.
The big red flag for me was when they came out and is it Bryce Young, and I'm drawing a blank. Like 3 of the 4 quarterbacks this year didn't sign with Panini.
Oh yeah,
And-
Anthony Richardson.
Richardson
No,
signed with
Richardson's
Panini.
is the one that signed.
It was Young. I'm fucking drawing a blank right now. I can't believe this.
Was it Levis? That one surprised me.
No. It was
somebody that was big.
It was the top.
Guy.
It was the top quarterbacks. I'm really drawing a blank right now.
Wonder if it's
You could
Stroud.
probably look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up on the draft.
Yeah.
But
I'll take a look.
Those guys didn't sign because when they came out with the XRCs and Select, the XRC autos were all dog shit. It was like Anthony Richardson and a bunch of dog shit. It wasn't quarterbacks. So with that was a big red flag going, okay, why aren't these guys signing? Do they know something? Do they know that the NFLPA is going to eventually end this down the road? And they know, hey, Fanatics is going to be the way. I'm going to sign. I'm going to just wait and hold out and sign with Fanatics.
Yeah, it's Young or Stroud.
Yeah, Young and Stroud. So I don't know if that's the case or if that's the scenario. But I think it's, like I said, I think it's good for the hobby. Fuck it, man. You know what? Anything that brings some sort of attention, that's getting away from someone scamming, that's someone stealing cards, someone doing something real shady that has nothing to do with the actual like breaker side of things. It's like has the focus on the 2 pillars in the hobby, Panini and Fanatics. Good. Keep bringing it. Keep suing people. Keep countersuing. Who cares? You know what? Bring the buzz. I want to see if you can bring this up. I want to talk about the whatnot stuff. I don't know the specifics of the rules, but they just came out with an email last week, and I think they're cutting out all carnival games. The email that I read, I briefly read it because most of the stuff I get from them I just delete. It's just bullshit, just like, promotional style, whatever. I just don't read that shit. I don't have time for it. But basically what it was talking about is that Whatnot is eventually getting rid of the duck races. They're getting rid of golden tickets. They're getting rid of anything that has like the repack crazy, like basically full degen gamble, right? I think they have to get rid of that because I think with Fanatics, on Fanatics Live, when we go live, we're not allowed to use the random.org. We're not allowed to use Gem Mint randomizer. We have to use their built-in randomizers. There's nothing third party. And I don't know if Whatnot might be dealing with an incoming lawsuit or an issue that they're like, we got to change these now because if we don't, somebody can come after us down the road and say, hey, I lost a $20,000 repack card because of a duck race that's a third-party company that who knows that could be a rigged duck race. You never know, right?
So the guidelines they came out with 4 days ago, basically it's the reason why Razzes aren't legal technically because it's a raffle and that falls under like gambling, gambling laws.
Shit.
So what they're saying essentially is that any giveaway or anything like that has to be done with Whatnot technology, meaning that it has to be they're either coming out with some way to do giveaways on their site or basically they're not. So one or the
wheel
other.
Spins, I mean, they have those. Are they allowed to use those still?
Yeah, they could do the wheel spins. Yeah.
The wheel spins I think are still okay, but like actual just giveaways using third-party randomizers or anything like that, nixed. I think those are
So
gone.
on Fanatics Live, what they have is in their system. I think I can talk about this.
If not, I'll cut it out. I got the timestamp right here.
I think I can talk about this. I like it. So they don't want us to use third-party systems or whatever, companies. So we hit a card. I can't remember who it was. It was Adley and Corbin Carroll, right? It was a dual auto. And I was like, what do you want me to do? I'm like freaking out on the live. I'm texting the tech. I'm like, I can't use random. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? Cut the card in half,
Yeah.
And so
I remember
he
this.
was like, go
incredible.
into, he goes, there's a random button. And the break that you're breaking is filtered in. I just clicked the random button. I highlighted the 2 teams, and it did a wheel, and that's how it does it. So everything is incorporated into that. And like that's the other thing is they're trying to get away from people coming in. Like I went into a room and I bought a team on another channel, and I was like, hey, give the team away. And the guy goes, I can't do that. Like, it's like once you buy a team,
It's like
it's like
yours.
attached to you and your shipping and your information. He's like, I can't just. And so the guy, obviously there's ways to do it.
Yeah.
You could figure it out.
Yeah.
But the breaker, I had him like shook. He's like, I can't do that. I don't know what to fucking do. I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, you're getting that team. I was
His
like,
camera like
fuck.
vibrating. He's
He's
shaking
like, oh
so hard.
shit. So I think the Fanatics app is definitely evolving. If you guys aren't out there, please go on the Fanatics app. It helps us a lot. I'm trying to keep the prices the same as IG, even though I lose more money on Fanatics Live, but I'm trying to build that following up and grow that side of things, because there's going to come a time, and you'll fucking find out, is there going to come a time in the next 3, 5, 6 months that Fanatics is going to be popping. It's going to be live, and there's going to be a lot of fucking guys on there. And once they get Android and the web users on there, I think it's a lot of people are going to move over. And from what I've heard, there are a lot of breakers that are begging to go on that platform from whatnot, from what I've heard. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, or if you have Android, when it comes out, download it, support us, come on there. I'm trying to make it fair on the prices. The percentage is way better than whatnot, but please just download it for us. I really think it's going to be a platform that we're going to be able to do more for you. On IG's not helping me out anyway on the back end, right? Now with Fanatics, if I go live on there and we're on that platform, there's going to be times where they're going to throw in cases for free. They're going to throw us a bone. They're going to tell us, "Hey, we're going to put Chris Bryant with you guys. We're gonna get him in with you, and you're gonna rip with Chris Bryant." Or I'm just throwing out names. I don't even know Chris Bryant, but that's their capability, because they have all the access to these players. You saw it at the All-Star game. They had Freddie Freeman on there. They had Adley Rushman on there. They had all these players come to their booth in the studio. They're gonna be able to push that to the breakers, especially the good breakers. And we're fucking one of them. All right, we're fucking good. That's why I got my Bowman shirt on. All right, moving on. I got to talk about this. I have to. I know I'm going to divide my fucking listeners right in the half. But Trump getting indicted for the 4th time. What is going on? I have to talk about it, because I feel like the indictments are they're only helping him. They're really only helping him. Every time he gets indicted, the poll comes out the next day and he's up 3-4%. And then he comes out and he's like, what a loser these guys are. Look at my numbers. What a loser. And it's true. Yesterday, the mugshot. Did you see the mugshot?
That's
Oh
mean
my
mugging
God,
right there.
Yeah.
That
mean
might
mugging.
be the most gangster mugshot of all time, okay?
Tell me you can't make anything into an album cover. That's
Okay,
an album cover.
that's an album cover. I already bought my shirts, guys. Shout out. I'm not even sponsored by the Nelk Boys. Hopefully one day we have a Happy Daddy on here, which would be sweet.
It would be
But
sweet.
I already bought, I showed you
Yeah.
the fucking Trump shirts. They already have the mug shots on them. They have them with wearing a chain that says Free Trump. Those are genius. Whoever told him, if it was him, it just makes me like that guy even more. But if he's like, I'm
wouldn't put
going
it
for the
past him.
most thug picture of all time, and it's just great. But I don't get. They're only making him stronger, and they're only showing all these people who hated him before, said, I'll never vote for him. You have people that say, I'll never vote for him in 2016. I'll never vote for him in 2020. Now they're coming out going, I'm voting for him. What? They are going to the lengths to get rid of this guy. For what? For what? They just keep making up certain things. They try to get him with Russia. Fucking didn't stick. Forged documents. They try to get him with Stormy Daniels. Didn't stick. January 6th, insurrection, didn't stick. Like all these things, they're just not sticking. And it's so crazy to me that people aren't seeing like what's going on. They don't want him. Why do you think they don't want him in there so bad? It's because he is the fucking bull in the china shop, okay? And he ruffles the feathers. He's not owed, he doesn't owe anybody anything, right? So when he goes in there, they don't like that he can just tweet, hey, just met with the aliens. They're kind of cool. You know, they don't like that. They want everything hush hush. They want everything protected, and they don't want any of that big information coming out. And I think his first term, I think he kind of played. He was wild. He was he was out there. He did a lot of shit. And there were some things where I'm like, dude, Donnie, you don't have to fucking say shit like that, right? We don't have to go there. But he's a wild card. And I think a lot of people are waking up because I've seen the videos of people out on the streets talking to people. Hey, what do you think about this? And they're like, fuck it, man. They want this guy out so bad. There must be a reason. They're putting all their energy to not let him even run. It's like, why? The media, celebrities, TV, athlete, they're getting why? 10 years ago, they were sucking him off for money. Both parties, Republicans, Democrats, everybody was sucking him off for money. Oh, let me go on your TV show so I can get clout. And now it's like, we can't have him in there. We can't have him in there. By the way, we weren't in a single war for 4 years when he was president, okay? You love him or hate him. We weren't in a single war. We weren't protecting other people. We weren't we're sending billions and billions and billions. Billions and billions and billions. Billions of dollars to Ukraine. While Maui, every citizen's getting $700. $700? They're giving more to people coming across the border. They get $1,000 on a fucking debit card and they tell them to fucking go find a place. And he asked for $50 billion yesterday, $50 billion for Ukraine. It's crazy. It makes no sense. We don't want to protect our own borders. We want to protect other people's borders. It makes zero sense. Why are we doing this? It's the fact that we can't say we need to take care of ourselves and our own people first before we can worry about anybody else. We cannot be the World Relief Program when we have poverty and homelessness and student debt and all these fucking things that are adding up that for our own fucking people, the people that live here, the people that put money into our economy that you're taking out and shipping off to another country. It fucking riles me up.
You're a little heated there, huh?
Oh, dude, I'm riled up. I was talking with Kelsey before I came, and I was like, I don't have anything to talk about. I don't have a topic. And then we just get to talking. She was like, yeah, did you hear that Biden asked for $50 million more for Ukraine? I go, oh,
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm riled up. I don't know. What do you think?
I just think that we're going to have a very interesting next couple of months before the election happens.
Yeah,
That's all I got to say
It's
there.
going to be real interesting.
See what happens and who's going to be on the
It's the
totem
best
pole at the end.
television you could ask for. It's better than Sunday Night Football. It's better than everything.
Look what Trump did on the debate. The debate got 32 million views.
Yeah.
Okay? You're thinking, that's a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Fox? His Tucker Carlson interview during the debate, 165 million people watched that. That's insane, Josh. You understand? That's an insane number.
It's a crazy number. Almost unfathomable.
You're talking half of the country watched that. We're at 320 million, 340 million people. Half the country watched that.
Yeah, we're at like 400.
Is it 400 now?
Yeah, it should. There hasn't been a census in a while, but I think it's like 400.
Okay. So about a third. About a third of the country watched that. And he sat there and he knew this guy, this is why they don't like him. Because he can go against the status quo and win, right? If Chris Christie says, I'm not going to the debate, guys, I'm going to do an interview with Tucker Carlson. Nobody's watching that. And Tucker Carlson's going, I'm not even having you on my show. Fuck that. I only get 12 views. That guy's way down the line on the thing. That's just another rhino puppet on the right. They're on both sides, guys. All right? Until you start figuring out that they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. They care about their pocket. They care about getting reelected. And they care about those donors. Those donors are their fucking bread and butter. They don't give a fuck about you. They send that email out, donate $5 to the campaign. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not doing it. No more. We're at 35 minutes. It's good.
Yeah.
We can wrap it up.
Yeah.
How do you like it? It's good, right?
I like it. Studio's cool.
Yeah, it's
Everything's
cool.
I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you, Teddy.
Thank you.
Everybody out there, please, if you want to come into the studio for an interview, Right now I'm telling I'll split the cost with you guys right now. I'll fly you out, split the cost. I'll put you up in a hotel, split the cost, have you in studio. We could talk whatever you guys are doing. If it's in the slab business, if it's in the grading business, if it's in the breaker side of things, if you're a consigner, whatever. I don't care if you're a direct competitor of mine. I'd like to have you in this chair. We can have a conversation. We can have dialogue. We could talk about the future of the hobby. We could talk about all things going on. We could talk about life. We could talk about politics, whatever we could talk about. Teddy's going to be a little bit around more often. I think it'd be nice to have you kind of a little chirping. Josh is a great addition. I think this is great.
I like how this feels. This
Yeah.
is a good balance.
Yeah, it's a good balance. And you know what? One day I'd like to get this whole fucking studio filled with people and bouncing off ideas, pass a joint around or two, and have a good time. You know, I don't even smoke. I think it'd be great.
It'd be fan freaking tastic.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys listening, watching, supporting, liking, commenting. It all helps. If you can't buy into breaks, just watch. Just watch and interact in the chat. That goes so much further than buying into breaks. I promise you. It's crazy. He's seeing it. The guys that come in and they're commenting and liking and sharing that stuff, that goes so far. Because if that reaches one buyer, that right there pays for all that work. So appreciate it. Teddy?
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. See you guys soon.
See you guys later.